Picture this. The power goes out in the middle of winter. Not for an hour, not overnight, but for days. The wind is cutting through your walls. The temperature inside your home is dropping by the minute. And suddenly every modern convenience you rely on for warmth is gone. No furnace, no electric heater, no smart thermostat coming to the rescue. In moments like that, history stops being something you watch for entertainment and becomes something you wish you understood better. Because for most of human history, people survived winter without grids, without gas lines, and without electricity at all. And they didn't just survive it, they mastered it. Today we're uncovering one of the most overlooked and effective cold weather survival methods ever developed. A Victorian-era heat technique so simple, so cheap, and so brutally effective that modern survivalists are quietly rediscovering it right now. If you value historical knowledge that still works when modern systems fail, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who cares about real-world survival knowledge, drop a comment to join the discussion, and subscribe for more forgotten lessons pulled straight from history. Now let's get into it. Before central heating, winter was not a season, it was an enemy. In medieval Europe, early modern villages, and even into the 19th century, cold killed more people than war in many regions. Homes were poorly insulated, windows leaked heat, and once the sun went down, indoor temperatures often dropped to near outdoor levels. People relied on open hearths for warmth, but fire was dangerous, unpredictable, and useless once you climbed into bed. The problem humanity faced was simple but deadly. How do you stay warm for 8 hours without a flame? For centuries, the solution was the bed warmer, a metal pan filled with hot embers dragged between the sheets. It worked briefly, but it was deadly. Fires, burns, and carbon monoxide poisoning were common. Entire families died because one spark escaped. Eventually, people learned the hard truth. You cannot safely sleep with fire. What they needed was a way to store heat without combustion. That realization changed everything. Water, with its incredible ability to absorb and slowly release heat, became the answer. Early stoneware bottles filled with hot water began appearing in beds across Europe. They were safer, but heavy, brittle, and uncomfortable. The idea was right, but the execution wasn't there yet. That changed in 1903 when Croatian inventor Slavoljub Edward Penkala patented the modern rubber hot water bottle. This wasn't a small improvement. It was a revolution. Rubber made the container flexible, durable, and safe to keep beside the body for hours. For the first time, warmth became personal. You weren't heating a room anymore. You were heating yourself. This single shift in thinking is why this method still works today. Penkala's design spread rapidly across Europe. Hospitals used it to treat shock and hypothermia. Soldiers carried versions of it during wartime. Families relied on it every winter. And then, as central heating spread, we forgot it. Not because it stopped working, but because convenience made us careless. Modern heating systems are built on a flawed idea. They try to heat air. Air cannot store heat. It leaks warmth instantly through walls, windows, and ceilings. You pay to heat empty space, while your body receives only a fraction of the energy you've consumed. Water behaves differently. Its thermal mass allows it to hold massive amounts of heat and release it slowly through conduction, directly into your body. A hot water bottle under blankets creates a microclimate, a survival bubble. Instead of fighting physics, it works with it. This is why one kettle of water can keep you warm all night, while a space heater drains energy nonstop. The real power of this method isn't just the bottle itself, but how it's used. One of the most effective historical techniques is the pre-warm method. Victorians placed hot water bottles in the bed 15 minutes before sleeping, allowing the mattress and blankets to absorb the heat. When they climbed in, the bed itself radiated warmth. This avoided overheating the body and improved sleep quality. Another technique, still used in rural Europe, involved placing two bottles together, wrapped in thick fabric, creating a protected heat core that lost energy far more slowly. These weren't accidents. They were learned through generations of cold nights and hard lessons. Today, rising energy costs, grid instability, and extreme weather are forcing people to rethink old assumptions. Survivalists understand something modern homeowners often forget. You don't need to heat your entire house to survive the night. You need to protect your core temperature. A hot water bottle does exactly that with almost no infrastructure. It works during blackouts. It works off-grid. It works in shelters, tents, cabins, and apartments alike. That's why this Victorian method isn't nostalgia. It's preparedness. Like any survival tool, this method demands respect. Old or degraded rubber bottles can fail, so quality matters. Water should be hot, not violently boiling, unless the container is designed for it. Historically, metal bottles made from copper or brass were used when boiling water was necessary, often wrapped in thick cloth to control heat release. The principle remains unchanged. Heat stored safely is power. Heat mishandled is danger. The greatest myth of modern life is that progress automatically makes us safer. In reality, resilience comes from understanding fundamentals. The Victorian heat method survived wars, depressions, and winters far harsher than most of us will ever face. It requires no grid, no fuel contracts, and no permission. Just knowledge. And that's what this channel is about. Learning from the past to survive the future. If this guide gave you a new way to think about history and survival, make sure you're subscribed. Share this video with someone who values real knowledge, and leave a comment with your thoughts or experiences. Stay sharp, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next chapter.